Beijing, the heart of China, a city used to sudden weather changes, was caught off guard by a storm unlike anything residents had seen in years. Hours earlier, the capital had baked in sweltering daytime heat, with the temperature soaring to 32.3 degrees Celsius. Streets buzzed with the usual evening rhythm, cars honked through ring roads, and families strolled through the hutongs. But as daylight faded, the sky turned dull, the wind sharpened, and what seemed like another summer storm revealed its true nature. Within minutes, hailstones began to fall, small at first like marbles tapping on rooftops. Then they grew. What followed was a brutal cascade of ice, some chunks as large as eggs or table tennis balls. The storm lasted for nearly 8 hours, pounding Beijing from 4 o'clock in the afternoon until close to midnight. It left behind shattered windshields, battered homes, flooded roads, and memories residents said they would never forget. The first strikes came in Haidian and Chaoyang. Residents stepped onto balconies, astonished to see white pellets bouncing off pavements. Videos soon spread online. Hailstones measured with rulers, some up to 4 centimeters in diameter, weighing more than 30 grams. For many, the sound was the most terrifying part. It was not the soft patter of rain, but loud bangs, like gunfire or explosions, hammering windows and rooftops. Across Beijing, the storm brought traffic to a crawl. On West Tucheng Road and several other main routes, drivers scrambled for safety. Many steered under bridges or overpasses, hoping the concrete would shield their vehicles from the icy barrage. This desperate move clogged roads, creating massive jams at the peak of rush hour. Hazard lights flickered in long lines, as if the entire city had slowed to a cautious crawl. By nightfall, at least 14 major sites in Beijing were either flooded or blocked with ice. In districts like Fengtai and Daxing, water pooled so quickly that it turned intersections into shallow lakes. Pedestrians waded through ankle-deep water mixed with chunks of melting hail, clutching umbrellas that did little against the pounding ice. The Beijing Meteorological Observatory had issued its first yellow hail warning at 1812 local time, covering 13 districts. Soon after, thunderstorm and gale warnings followed. By 8:33 p.m., the observatory reported that Haidian was being battered by large hail mixed with thunderstorms, warning residents that more destructive stones could fall. Alerts stayed active until nearly midnight, guiding residents to stay indoors, avoid unnecessary travel, and protect outdoor items. With plenty of moisture in the air and the right triggering conditions, this energy exploded into severe convective weather. Western and northern Beijing were hit first before the storm spread across the capital. The contrast between the scorching afternoon and the icy nighttime hail was a clear sign of how bizarre and extreme the conditions had been. On social media, Beijingers tried to make sense of what they were witnessing. Photos showed hailstones placed next to eggs or walnuts for comparison. Some streets looked as though winter had returned, covered in a blanket of white. Emergency calls flooded in. Fire rescue teams rushed to deal with collapsed awnings, shattered skylights, and flooded basements. Power lines sagged under fallen branches. Portable pumps were deployed to clear standing water, threatening electrical rooms. Sanitation workers shoveled ice from metro entrances and priority roads, ensuring ambulances could still move. Inside neighborhoods, skylights cracked, roof tiles splintered, and balconies filled with water as gutters clogged with ice. Volunteers distributed plastic sheets to cover damaged roofs. Neighbors swept driveways together, trying to keep slush from freezing overnight into dangerous sheets. Hospitals and clinics prepared for a rise in patients. Most injuries were minor, cuts from broken glass, bruises from hail, slips on wet stairs. But doctors still urged residents to avoid walking through floodwaters, which could conceal broken debris. Special attention was given to the elderly, who were most vulnerable during sudden temperature drops and slippery conditions. Schools and universities acted quickly too. Outdoor activities were canceled or moved inside. Custodians inspected buildings for leaks, while safety teams checked rooftops for hidden cracks. The city, though shaken, managed to prevent large-scale casualties. When skies cleared late at night, recovery began almost immediately. Auto shops filled with cars, dented and cracked. Insurance companies like Taiping Yang and Ping An promised to process claims quickly, asking owners to provide photographs of damage. Adjusters documented shattered glass, dented hoods, and even cracked solar panels. And yet Beijing endured. Neighbors helped neighbors, strangers offered rides to stranded commuters, and by the following morning, many main roads were once again open. The city's resilience showed itself in small acts: brooms clearing sidewalks, hands lifting broken branches, voices checking in on the elderly. This storm was rare, but it may not be the last of its kind. With climate extremes becoming more frequent, meteorologists warn that cities must prepare for sudden shifts. Hot days followed by icy nights, intense storms forming with little warning. These are no longer once-in-a-lifetime events. What do you think? Are we ready for more weather extremes like this? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And of course, stick around. Our next video is coming up.